Hey Christmas crafters! Today I have 5 crafts that I'm going to show you step by step. So let's get started.
Okay, we're going to start out with an 8x10 piece of cardstock, and I've got it in craft brown. And we're just going to make a little cone shape out of it and trim off the excess edges. Now, I've got a candle holder that mine's going to go on, and it just so happens I cut it the exact size to fit. Well, it fits pretty snug, but it fits. Now, I've got this cord. It's mesh cord that I got from the Dollar Tree. And so I'm going to put this around with my hot glue gun. And I'm going to put it in layers, like a row of pink, then a row of white. And I'm going to put, I've got some really cool, like, they're cool stickers from the Dollar General. So if you have a Dollar General near you, you should get some. They're really thick and kind of like a foamy. So that'll give them a good 3D effect. So you can bend them to curve them around to fit, to mold to your shape. And I'm going to initially put them on just with the stickum until I get my layers of the cord. I'm going to put them on there so I can see where I need my cord. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to hot glue them on. So I'm going to do this all the way up to the top. And I'm just doing the front right now to get, like I said, to get my lines where I want my cord to go. And then in the back where I have my cut line, I'm going to put some big ones on the back to cover up the line. You'll see that here in a second. See, I'm going to put like this big Santa right here because he'll cover up that line really good, or that wreath would work. And then I'm also going to fill in with I have lots of gems to choose from, but I have some little tiny white ones that I think I'm going to end up ultimately using. Now, these little ornaments I got at the Dollar General as well. They're plastic, but it was $1 for the whole package. And I'm just going to cut off the tip of my tree so that the ornament will fit down inside for a topper. And I'm also going to add a little hot glue in there. And then I've made some little bows from the mesh cord. And I'm just going to hot glue those right on there. I'm going to put one in the front and one in the back. And they're big enough so that from any side it will cover up that little cut at the top. Now for the stem of the candle holder, I'm just going to take this cord, put a little hot glue, wind the cord a little bit, put a little hot glue, wind the cord a little bit, And I'm going to do this all the way down the stem and across the foot. And these are the little gems I was talking about, these little tiny white ones. You see, I have a bunch out here that I was holding them up trying to see what would look best, but I like the white ones. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's adorable in person. I'm not sure you can tell how cute it is in the video. Now for this one, we're going to make a little box that you can gift money in. So just take any box you have, tape it closed, wrap it with gift wrap. Now we're going to cut a slit in the top, the width of a dollar bill. Actually a little bit wider to make sure it's easy to put in. And then we're just going to take our money and put them end to end and tape it. Put the whole row of however much money you're going to put in your box. And then tape the back side to keep them together. Cut that one a little crooked. Now you just slide it into the slit you made in the box. It'll curl up inside of there. And then we've got to put a little pull on top for them to pull it out. And I have this little booklet of all these really cool Christmas stickers. And so I'm going to use one that's really big, but I'm going to show you how we're going to fix it so that it will stand up. I got a piece of cardstock that I'm going to put on the back side of it. And I'm just going to trim around it, trim it up a little bit. And then I'm going to cut off the bottom corners so that they will fit down in the slit. And then just stand it up. That's all there is to it. And whenever they get ready to unwrap, they just pull it out. And you also could do it with the toilet paper roll. I'm always looking for inexpensive ways, and nobody's ever going to know it's a toilet paper roll or a stevia box because they're not going to care about the packaging once they pull their money out. They're just going to throw the packaging away. So you just put it in the same way and then just wrap the roll. I'm using cardstock, so it's kind of stiff, but if you use wrapping paper, then you could just twist up the ends to make it like the little candy roll. But since I'm just trying to show y'all how to do it, I'm just going to tape this across the top and tuck in the ends, just to give you the visual of how it would look. But it's really cuter if you make it like the little candy roll with the squished up ends with the little ribbon tied around each end. So there's the little box, and there's the little toilet paper roll. Now for this one, I have this little cookie jar, candy jar that I got at the thrift store for $1 or $2. And I'm just going to use the base of it. And then I have this cut off Santa hat left over from when I did that mop head Santa last year. And so I'm going to try to make this so that it will fit around, and then use some of the excess to make a little part that's hanging down, like it, so it'll look like his hat's hanging down on the side. So I'm just running the hot glue along the inside, tuck it down. I've done that all the way around. Now I'm cutting off the excess. I'm going to leave that open for now till I decide how I'm going to make the little hat hang down. So I'm cutting some of the white off and some of the red off of the excess that was left over. And I'm just going to run a little bit of hot glue and roll this up. And then I'm going to hot glue and scrunch in to make like a little pom-pom. And since I looked at it, I can just glue these pieces down and then disguise it with my little red rolled up piece. You'll see here in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and seal that up. See, that covers it up nicely. And then my little pom-pom. And I'm going to seal up these little holes that are left over here. Okay, now I have my vase to make my little bouquet. And while that's finished, I'm going to go over here and make a couple of these little, kind of like little candies. Just taking pipe cleaners, circling them around, and putting some hot glue on them. And I want to make a couple of little coiled up pieces to stick in my bouquet as well. And for my bouquet, I have a lot of Santas, all different kinds of Santas. So I've picked a few out that I'm going to put on skewers. So I have got styrofoam down in my vase, and then I'm just going to put these little Santas on the skewers. And then I have some little plastic greenery that I'm going to glue on the skewers as well to kind of hide the skewers. I'm not sure I love that little cloth Christmas tree, but I put it there anyway. I wanted it to have a little something besides just Santa's. So I'm putting my little squigglies in there, my little candy pieces. And there it is. I think this one came out cute as well, and I added one of those tags that I made in my last video hanging from the side that says believe. Now for this project, we're going to use a little wooden bead. And I think these are something you should have in your craft supplies. I use them for a lot of things. Now, I'm not very good at making faces, but that's my little face for mine. Then I have some tulle that I'm just going to cut in a little chunk of it, fold it in half, and then I'm just going to scrunch it from one end to the other, make it nice and full. This is going to be my little angel skirt. And this, I'm thinking maybe for a tree topper for one of my little trees. I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to use it yet, but it will be used in a future project. Now I'm just going to twist up the ends. And if you wanted, you could put some glue on it. But I think it's going to fit nice and snug in here, so I don't think the glue will be necessary. And I've got a little skewer there that I'm going to poke it in with to make sure it's in there good and tight. Now I'm going to take another piece of tulle and make her some little wings. This is a super easy project and very inexpensive. So I'm just going to gather it up as well and put a little bit of hot glue on it and stick it to the back behind her head. Now I need to put something on her head to cover up that hole on the top. And I have a couple different ideas. This is just a fluffy pipe cleaner. It's another pipe cleaner I thought about using, make a little halo. And I'm not in love with either one of those ideas. So I'm just going to go over here and work on her dress for right now. And this little bow is just made out of pink and white twine. It comes like that. I believe it was from the Dollar Tree. And then I went ahead and made a matching bow for her hair, for her head. She doesn't have any hair, so I guess she's a baby. Now for this project, I have a bunch of Christmas cards, and I wanted to decorate them and make them 3D, like three-dimensional, and put them in some picture frames. So you have lots of choices that you could pick from, but I'm going to choose the cards that have just like one big item on them. So I'm thinking this Christmas tree for this little frame. And then I'm thinking of the snowman for another frame that I have that's, I forget what you call it, where the glass is raised up from the image. So I can put really big beads on this one because it has room in the glass. And this is the card that was in this frame, so I'm just using it to cut around to trim my card down for the correct size to fit in my frame. I think that will look cute. So I'm just going to take my Mod Podge, and I'm going to put a big glob of it on here, and I'm going to add some beads. I'm thinking some big red beads right here, because it'll give it a lot of pop. I just want to make sure that I'm inside of the frame with my glue, because if I put beads where they're going to go on the edge of the frame, then it's not going to lay flat in there. So I think I've got it where I need it to be. You see how those really make the hat pop. And you could put like some orange for the nose if you had some little seed beads, maybe some beads for the mouth and the eyes. I'm just going to do it kind of simple, not with a lot. I'm going to sprinkle some of these smaller little white beads around my red pop-up color. And I'm thinking maybe some white on his face. Instead of doing the eyes and the mouth, I think maybe I'll just put some little splashes of the white beads around his face. I want to press it down, get those beads good contact with the glue. Now it's all dry, so I'm going to shake off the excess and see what we've got. It's really hard to tell on the camera, but I think you can really see the dimension in person. So we'll see how it looks when I put it in the frame here in a second. Now for this Christmas tree, I am thinking of putting some little ornaments on the tree and maybe glitter up the snow in the background. I also had like some broken jewelry that I thought would be cute on there, but I didn't have enough of anything to really do that, so I'm just going to use beads. So I'm going to put a little garland on my tree. And if you can notice, the card already had a little bit of garland. So I'm just going to paint over it with my glue, which made it really easy for me. I'm really liking this project because it's kind of like coloring with coloring book or something. It's easy and relaxing. And this one's just going to go in this frame the way it is with no glass on top. I'm just going to glue it into the frame. I'm just going to put some little dots where I'm going to put some ornaments. And again, I'm going to use the larger beads so that it's really noticeable, the dimension. I'm going to sprinkle around a little bit of white glitter to give the tree a little bit of snow and make the background stand out a little bit. So there's the finished tree. And here's the finished snowman.
So that's it for today, and I will see you on the next one. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Pretty, please. Bye.